two warriors stand at the pinnacle of human capability, forced by worlds as unforgiving as the enemies they have faced. Roland, the Black Silence, and Guts, the Black Swordsman, are defined by their skills and the tragedies that drive them forward. But what happens when they clash? Let's find out. Before we pit these two titans against each other, it's essential to understand where they come from. Both Roland and Guts are defined by their tragic pasts, which shaped them into the warriors we know today. Their stories are filled with pain, loss, and an unyielding desire to survive, no matter the odds. Roland hails from the dystopian city, a place ruled by oppressive corporations, merciless syndicates, and unending violence. His life is a grim reflection of the city's cruelty, where every decision is a fight for survival. Roland worked as a fixer, essentially a mercenary for hire, taking on dangerous jobs to make a living. Over time, he earned the title of the Black Silence, one of the most feared and respected color fixers in the city. Color fixers are the elite of the elite, often serving as unstoppable enforcers for the powers that be. Roland's life took a devastating turn when his wife, Angelica, was killed. Angelica was his anchor, the one bright spot in his otherwise dark existence. Her death wasn't just a personal loss, it was a brutal reminder of the city's indifference to human life. This event broke Roland mentally and emotionally, sending him into a spiral of grief and self-destruction. Seeking answers, revenge, or perhaps simply an escape, Roland ended up at the library, a supernatural space where people are turned into books upon defeat. Here, he became an unwilling assistant to Angela, the AI librarian who sought to understand human emotions. Roland's time in the library forced him to confront his and fight countless abnormalities, humans, even himself. Guts, on the other hand, comes from a dark medieval world plagued by war, betrayal, and supernatural horrors. His life has been a constant struggle, defined by unrelenting pain and unimaginable hardships. Guts was born beneath the hanging corpse of his mother, left for dead in the aftermath of a battlefield. A mercenary woman took him in, but his childhood was marked by abuse and violence. From a young age, Guts fought for survival, wielding swords far too large for a child his age. This early experience honed his strength and resilience. Guts' life seemed to take a brighter turn when he joined the Band of the Hawk, a mercenary group led by the charismatic Griffith. For a time, Guts found purpose and even love. The Band of the Hawk rose to prominence, achieving legendary status on the battlefield. Guts' world was shattered during the eclipse, a horrific event where Griffith sacrificed the Band of the Hawk to ascend to godhood as one of the Godhand. Guts watched helplessly as his comrades were slaughtered, and he was branded with a mark of sacrifice, which attracts demons and ensures he'll never know peace. Consumed by rage and vengeance, Guts took up the Dragon Slayer and began his quest to hunt Apostles and Griffith. The Berserk armor gifted to him later in his journey became both a blessing and a curse, amplifying his power at the cost of his sanity and body. Roland's power comes from his title as a color fixer in the dystopian city. Color fixers are essentially walking weapons of mass destruction. Let's look at what Roland can do. In his fight against multiple abnormalities, Roland has shown the ability to cut through steel and flesh with ease. As the Black Silence, he wields an arsenal of weapons designed to destroy anything in his path, from heavily armored foes to supernatural beings. He's fought and defeated other fixers and syndicates that can level buildings and shred through groups of trained soldiers without breaking a sweat. Roland scales above most other fixers, including those capable of withstanding explosions, fighting abnormalities like Big Bird or Punishing Bird, and surviving direct hits from creatures that can manipulate reality. Roland's speed is where he really shines. Roland is fast enough to dodge bullets in close quarters, a consistent feat for high-level fixers in the city. His combat style involves rapid weapon switching and lightning-quick attacks, overwhelming even the most skilled opponents. While Roland isn't explicitly a speedster, his agility in combat makes him a nightmare to pin down. He is fast enough to blitz groups of enemies before they can react. Roland might not wear heavy armor, but his resilience is impressive. As a fixer, Roland has endured wounds that will incapacitate most people, continuing to fight even after sustaining severe injuries. He survived battles against abnormalities and fellow color fixers, which often involve reality-bending attacks or devastating physical strikes. His ability to stay composed under pressure makes him nearly unshakable in combat. Guts, also known as the Black Swordsman, is a powerhouse shaped by years of relentless combat against both humans and monstrous apostles. Let's dive into his key stats and abilities to understand what makes him such a formidable warrior. Guts in his early days demonstrated incredible strength, able to cut through steel armor and weapons with ease. He shattered Samson's mace, pierced through Bazuzo's heavy armor. Once equipped with the iconic Dragon Slayer, Guts' attack potency increases dramatically. The sheer weight and size of the sword allow him to crush apostles who are far tougher than normal humans. In the Berserker armor, Guts reaches terrifying levels of destructive power. He was able to contend with apostles like Grumbelt in his apostle form. Even initially dominating the fight, the armor pushes his physical capabilities to their absolute limits, though often at a great cost to his body. Guts is fast enough to react to projectiles like arrows and crossbow bolts, and his combat speed allows him to overwhelm multiple opponents before they can react.
Are you serious? What you're saying doesn't match what's in the video!
Oh, my bad. Let me fix that real quick. With the Berserker armor, Guts' speed becomes extraordinary. He is capable of dodging lightning and attacking with such velocity that his movements become almost impossible to follow. Guts has endured countless injuries, including fighting for hours while severely wounded. He survived being crushed by Wild's apostle form and continued battling despite severe blood loss. The Berserker armor enhances his durability further, allowing him to take hits from immensely powerful apostles. Additionally, the armor's regenerative properties keep him fighting despite mortal wounds.
Yes, the battle begins. Swords are drawn, and they clash against each other. Then Roland goes for the finishing blow with Furioso.
Wait a minute, that's it?
Yes, that's it. You will understand why in the graph I'm about to show. Now you are looking at the graph comparing their attack potency. As you can see, Guts is at large town level, while Roland is at city level, meaning
Roland is
several times greater than Guts. Now let's compare their speed. As you can see, both Roland and Guts have massively hypersonic speed, but Roland's is slightly faster. That's it for this video. If you want me to pit other characters against each other, feel free to let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you
In the next video.